Okay. Okay, that's just gonna be like that.
Well, hang on, you know DaniEllisVision?
The majority of videos on my channel right now are about things that I feel people say that they do not mean, or things that have been said so many times that they've lost their meaning. Basically, me touching upon a lot of skewed meanings that I feel are reiterated in popularized speech. And today is no exception.
Yay, tell us what to say and how to say it.
Usually the things that I talk about are things that I hear or see often that are, for lack of a better word, cringy. Here's a better word, infuriating. This one I've always hated. Ever since I was a little kid, I've been disgusted by it, I've been confused by it, and it's just never made any sense, especially that it is to be uttered when someone has passed. I am referring to the infamous R.I.P. R.I.P. An initialism for rest in peace. This has for sure come to my attention more and more through the use of Twitter and social media, and most specifically Facebook is where I see this being thrown around like rice at a wedding. Like, what is the point, right? This is just another one of those things that I think we're saying because we think we should say it. And I also realize that I do this motion a lot when I'm talking about things that people say that I don't understand, because that's what I think it is. You're just throwing words out of your mouth that you hear a lot, or that you think would fit here, or that you think you should say, when in reality you're not putting any meaning, any sentiment, any personalization for each individual who has literally died. It's just this generalized phrase that means absolutely nothing, and I find it so disrespectful. R.I.P. is something that is etched into a cartoon gravestone in an episode of Scooby-Doo. R.I.P. is something that you say when your dog died. R.I.P. is something that you write on the cardboard grave marker when you're burying the bird carcass that flew into your window and died. R.I.P. is not something that you use to commemorate a human life. I want to make an entire video about dehumanization of every form, both making someone sub and making someone superhuman. And celebrities are an example of us dehumanizing someone to the extent of qualifying them as superhuman, something larger than us, something bigger than us. And we dehumanize them because they exist in our world, so we think, but it's kind of something that's really never proved to us, right? They're disassociated from reality because we only see them in magazines or through a television set or through your phone, so they aren't real people to us, right? So saying R.I.P., I guess, is just another way of not being able to empathize with somebody who is a real human being, who had wants, who hurt, who loved, who had sorrow. The heart of what I really feel passionate about and what I talk about so often, and what I get so caught up with meaning and people saying things, is about the human experience and about the lack of empathy that we're having for other people, and how we are unable to relate to other people due to their stature or size, either them being less than us or being more than them. And okay, I'm already getting off topic and into the other video, but what I'm saying is, you really want to honor a celebrity, that you have to say, Carrie Fisher died today, R.I.P. What is that adding to the world? How is that honoring her memory? How is that sharing any part of her career or her life? There are just so many other things you can say in that instance that have respect and dignity and truly do honor her. Carrie Fisher died today. We lost a fabulous talent. Something about her, her legacy, what she did through her life. Not rest in peace, you're dead now, all you amount to is a stupid initialism that means absolutely nothing. Carrie Fisher died today, and I lost an incredible role model. That says something about your connection to her, what she meant to you. Carrie Fisher died today. Thank you. How easy is that? Because I guess when you're saying rest in peace, what you're saying is like with respect, or like have respect, or I'm giving respect. But that's so not what it is, and it's so the opposite.
And
Yeah, this doesn't make any sense, right? I don't know why you're saying that. Saying thank you. Thank you for your work. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for your life that touched and meant so much to so many other people. Tu Wong Fu died today. Thanks for everything. With love, Julie Newmar. That's one thing. People saying R.I.P. Ernest Borgnine, R.I.P. Shirley Temple, when they could write something that means something, that is something from their heart. If you don't have anything to say from your heart or anything to say about them, what's the point in even saying that? Because you need to keep your social media up to date with what's going on in current events. Like, you just look like an asshole. To me, anyway, that's what I'm saying. It seems like most people don't have any issue with this because they're also fine saying it about their friends and their parents. Okay, so that brings me to the other point. When people say RIP about people they actually knew or loved, this blows my freaking mind. Are you kidding me? You knew this person. You spent time with this person. You loved and cherished this person. Your send-off to them is rest in peace. I just can't imagine that. Think about your mother and what she means to you and what she's done for you, and you're really going to say rest in peace to her? Rest in peace. I mean, breaking it down to the very basics of it, rest in peace. If you think about somebody that you actually love and care about, do you really want to imagine them resting peacefully for all eternity underneath the ground? Or, see, okay, I realize this isn't what you're actually saying, but I'm just throwing this in there just in case. Don't you want to imagine them going nuts and burning shit up? Okay, that makes it sound like they're in hell. I didn't mean that. And if you really want to go into what the actual Latin of RIP is, I mean, I guess sure, if you really want to say that, it's a little more poetic, but the meaning still remains the same, that you are just repeating a phrase that you've heard a million times because you think a phrase you heard a million times is what's fitting for something that happens a million times. Death, right? Death is often a taboo subject because although it's something that happens to everyone, it's something that we want to push off and that we don't want to have to think about happening to us because it's terrifying and it's something that we don't know. It's the unknown. But instead of saying RIP, if you really want to be imaginative, if you really want to tell a story of that person or put forth some of their essence back into the world, you can say, enjoy the beach forever. You're gonna be scrapbooking for eternity. I hope that you're healthier than you ever were. I hope you can do all the things that you never got to do while you were in that wheelchair. Go climb a mountain. You know what I mean? There's just so much more you can say about a human person with a life, with a legacy. I don't think anyone would want to die and know that their children were saying RIP. I don't think any celebrity would want to die and know that their fans were saying RIP. I think they'd want them to be sharing their music and revering their greatest acting triumphs and talking about what they did for people while they were here instead of simply just RIP. And R.I.P.
DaniEllisVision. What?